And here is Robert Alai saying, Sifuna, hii rally mnaleta Kisumu. Kabla hujakanyaga Kisumu kwa rally, omba Oburu Odinga msamaha kwa kuita yeye mediocre. What do you mean? Kwani Alai wewe ni nani ukataza mtu kwenda kwa rally?
Mimi sikatazi mtu. Nimemwadvise kama ndugu yangu. Sifuna as SG, one person who was key in that was Oburu and Nyang'nyong.
Yes.
Those two people used to run ODM.
Yes.
You see? So when sometimes you go and call Oburu mediocre, you think you're even insulting Oburu, kumbe you're insulting Raila. You know, people joke with this goon thing. And they think that is something that you can just condemn in the media and disappear.
The reality.
The reality of this country is that the private sector, the government, the common man, this is the goon economy. So these 20 million people, wacha nikwambie, wako wapi?
Ukimpatia kazi kidogo ya kurusha mawe tayari yako.
Wacha rusha mawe. Kuua mtu is as cheap as 2,000 shillings in this country. Kuua tu mtu. Cutting life. What we have to discuss is how to absolve the people who are not in any formal or informal employment.
On a scale of 0 to 10, how do you rate Ruto in terms of being able to be re-elected?
To be re-elected?
From 0 to 10.
To 0 to 10.
What are his chances of being re-elected?
8.
Welcome to a conversation with Manyora. This show brings men and women, like I've said repeatedly, who have something to share. The intention is for us as Kenyans to have these conversations in order to build our country, in order to ensure the country remains in place, so that we don't have to travel the path other countries have traveled, the path to destruction, and the talking may be all we need to be able to even save our country. We bring people with insights. We bring people who make news. Today, we bring you somebody who not only makes news, but crosses the other side and controls the flow of that news. We bring you somebody who is very influential in social media. Somebody is also an elected leader with a huge following on Twitter. I suspect, other than President William Ruto, nobody has a sort of following and influence on X or Twitter. Nobody has it more than a guy with 2.1 million followers, Robert Alai.
Asante sana professor.
MCA Kileleshwa.
Yes.
Karibu.
Yes.
Umefika?
Mheshimiwa.
Ulikuwa umekata, sasa umefika.
Mheshimiwa.
Like I've said, you have such a huge following.
Yes.
What I have not said and which I must now say is that you take no prisoners.
No. Why do people
You are so bold.
You
say the sort of things men can only say under their beds. And I have heard some of my friends saying, "Oh, watch Alai in NIS."
I don't know why people always think that.
You have heard also yourself.
No, I've heard.
Why do you think they think you're NIS?
I think when they thank you first for having me on this platform.
Yes,
it's very hard to see, and I always appreciate the kind of effort people put in, because sometimes you guys look at it as a way of daily upkeep. Some people look at it as a profession.
Yes.
Others might not understand. But the content creation in this country, when we used to walk around conferences locally, South Africa, people like Bitange Ndemo, Minister Pogisho, people forget that Pogisho was one time a very good minister. Now the CS is called the CS for Agriculture.
Mutai Kagwe
was very key in bringing in the fiber optic. We used to talk about local content.
Yes.
So this is part of the local content. Because it always depresses me when I see telenovelas in our studios.
Yes.
Then the media stations are dying. They don't understand that
Mexican soap operas.
Yeah, there's Mexican. Some of them
Nigeria,
are South Korea.
South Korea.
You even wonder what relation.
With the poor interpretations.
Yes, and also the fact that the underlying theme in all these novellas is pregnancy and promiscuity.
Yes, yes.
I don't see the value they bring to the country.
Correct.
But the media stations which are dying, still love them most. They don't understand the correlation between their death and the love for telenovelas. But back to your question, I think that sometimes people think that NIS, because I take a lot of effort in researching what I'm trying to, talk about. There was a time when we were just starting our blogging.
Yes.
And you'd go, because I worked in Congo for a very long time, around 7 years with the UN peacekeeping mission. Then it was called MONUC. Then I hear that now it's called MONUSCO or something there. And I went, it's my second job. I crossed into Tanzania without a passport, got to Kigoma. Kigoma there was, immigration gave me a lot of problems. I was doing work with some subsidiaries of Vodacom, Tanzania there. Then I got a job as a logistics officer. Yes. With the UN mission in Congo. And I used to research a lot, because what UN had, the world did not have much. The UN had the VSATs, the satellite system for internet. So when you set up a base, the big dish you see in every UN base. So they have the best internet. Yes. When you're struggling, this dongle nowadays, you buy sijini tao moja. We used to buy it for $500.
Yes, very expensive.
Kitu ya kuweka simu ndani, then you connect to the internet. Yeah, so, and you research a lot. So when people are talking about it, that's the first time I met Muguna by the 203. Kenyans came to know Muguna towards the 207 election.
Yeah, you knew him 203.
203. And it's the same one.
He has not changed.
He has never changed a bit. That's why
high level of consistency.
Janyando. Janyando is always like
Janyando, that.
Yeah, so when you research a lot, because people always take things at face value. See what people are now talking about, the fuel scandal. Now the leading opponents of whatever William is doing is Gachagua.
Yes.
If you go to the media today, if you just do basic search, you'll get that Gachagua does not even talk about this fuel thing, because these policies affecting us now today is a result of what he pushed for. Ndindi Nyoro, Jebi Muturi, Kalonzo Musyoka.
Yes.
See some of these things, and I say that when we were in the streets, Kalonzo was absent. 2023, Kalonzo was absent from the street. You remember, I've never seen the media targeted the way it was targeted in 2023. The media, we always go to mandamanos. The person you never touch is the person holding a camera or a notebook or a recorder.
But this time they were touched. They
were targeted.
The Sufuria Revolution.
They were targeted.
I remember that.
And the person who was there, who is missing from the power leadership today, is Gachagua.
Man Rigathi. Son of Mau.
Yeah, son of Mau was,
So are you saying with the information then, with the
information you have, you'd call some of these people out. People think that we are with the William because tunapata pesa. There's no serious payment you're getting from Kenyan politics. Because
so back to the NIS, people think you are NIS merely because you had a lot of information.
Yes.
And you still get information.
Yes.
That information and you are blogging and tweeting and all that kind of thing. Yes. Has it landed you in trouble before?
Hey,
I remember there's a time you were jailed. You were arrested.
What a jail.
Yes.
Nimelala industrial area. There's a time Kibaki would arrest us, then these people would ensure that you cannot even access your bank account.
Yes.
You could not even be processed for bail. So now you are strategically given bail on Friday.
Yes.
Satisa.
Now
you have a period of 10 minutes
to get the money to pay cash bail.
Yeah, na bank iko wewe ni mfungwa huko kwa cell.
Yes.
To get that money from your bank.
Akuna.
To get the authorization from the DPP of the OCS chukuliwa upelekwe bank pale take another 30 minutes. So definitely utaenda in there.
Utalala hiyo weekend umebomoa.
Utapa mpaka Monday.
You go through that.
Monday now you get a release order. Because ukishaingia huko wewe sasa ni property ya prison.
Yes.
Sasa wewe sio property ya.
So we now get release order.
Release order. Judge assign kwanza. Iende koti kwanza. So I've gotten more than 49 cases. Nishawekwa container. I was one time getting up from Embakasi.
Yes.
driven towards Tala. Then DCI, you know.
So you've suffered for this, to be in this space.
Yeah, you know, for you to even call, you know, you remember I was put in a TPU. I was arrested for
Anti-terror
police unit. You know, remember when they were arrested for demanding that police officers who die on the line of duty,
yes,
the bodies be covered well, be treated well.
Yes.
You know, their families be, you know, you cannot have.
And you are being arrested by the same policeman.
Yeah,
They are being used to arrest you.
Yes, Matiang'i huyu. The person who stood in a press conference and ordered for my arrest, huyu Matiang'i, and Ali about Gen Z.
Matiang'i was a minister. What did he have to do with it?
Minister for Interior.
What did Wheeler have to do with your arrest? That's
He was
police work.
Minister for Interior. You know, that thing, it was supposed to be under computer misuse crime.
Yes.
For the first time, I was charged with aiding and abetting terror activity. I was charged with treachery. Treachery was last used during Mamau.
And it was used against Robert Alai.
Yes, and you know, that's why I appreciate some people like Paul Muite.
Yes.
Because Paul Muite, for the first time, came to court and realized these guys are mistreating this young man. I don't have to agree whatever he says. And we don't agree much with Paul Muite.
Yes.
But Paul Muite came and stood in court and said, Your Honor, I think this young man should be released. You know, you're charging him with treachery. What is treachery has to do with whatever you're accusing him to have done.
So you suffered for your position and stand. And
yes, you know, to get.
Have you, because other people listening, content creators and people next, and have you benefited materially from being?
I think the benefit is that, you know, it's like the iron you're trying to make jembe with.
Yes.
Lazima uipitishe kwa moto.
Yes.
So I think
okay, Peter kwa moto.
I think there's nothing today you can actually say and scare me, because I stay away from breaking the law.
Yes.
You know, I stay away from intentionally breaking the law. Nikivunja sharia, it is involuntary. So lakini I don't go out to break the law. So when the police also realized that, jamaa, unajaribu, there's a time, there was a guy called Kimilo, I think he was the deputy director of DCI.
Yes.
And we were just starting this, and we had a blogger also called Roy Kohada, who later died in an accident. Gari yake rolled around 2013. So this young man, I was arrested, and we used to work with Roy. I said, Roy, nikishikwa utakuwa my my guy there.
Yes.
You know, so that they don't disappear with me. Yeah. So Roy came with me to the Mazingira House. Mazingira House is the DCI headquarters.
Yes.
Kiambu Road. To Kabu. So police didn't understand what this thing, even cybercrime laws were not there. You didn't understand what is this thing called blogging. So we were, the DCI director wanted to understand, lakini alikuwa ameogopa because hiyo instruction alipewa kutoka juu kushika mimi, alikuwa ameogopa kutana na mimi. Sasa sema, wewe Kimilo, ongea nao. Weka kwa hapo kwa ofisi ya Kimilo, tukasomea, wachini kuandika hizi mambo ya wakubwa. So as being vijana, tukaambia kwamba unajua wewe ni police officer. As we have a right to hold this government to account.
Yes.
The only thing you have to do ni kwamba wewe lazima ukule mshahara. Sasa if all criminals you know, stop committing crime, wewe
utafutwa kazi. Ujasiri wa vijana.
Kimilo alisema kwamba, by the way, you are right. Wewe chukua yeye bwana.
Pelekea you are.
Wewe ndo process huyu kijana. That's what, you know. We didn't even know he was the deputy director. Sisi tulikuwa narusha tu mkono. Sisi hatukujua title yake. Tulipeleka kwa ofisi, tukaona ni ofisi nzuri kushinda zingine. Sema wewe bwana, wewe acha kutu.
So you are charged.
I was taken to Kiambu, charged the next day. That's when my trouble started. And it was about these Waiguru things.
Oh, I know. The NYS.
The Kalongolonga. I call them Kalongolonga.
Kalongolonga, yeah.
I called whatever she was doing in Kibra, Kalongolonga. Nikasema, those are just Kalongolonga.
But you are set free.
Set free, nilishinda kesi.
Ulishinda kesi.
The thing I do is research.
Now, in this, before we go into politics, this bit is also important. Content creators, especially young people, will not forgive me if I don't ask you about what is your view and what should be done to make content creators, you know, young people, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, to earn money the way people from other countries do? What in your
I
view?
think it's very painful, and I saw the research, the kind of data which was shared by Odipodev. Odipodev did a lot of data on the top content creators on Facebook and other platforms, and even mentioned how some are earning 57. I don't know the figure of 57 million because I know it's very very
Looks like it's out of
small.
the-
Is little. Is
Little,
what the guys are earning here locally is little compared. You find a content creator like Mr. Beast, iShow Speed. Those guys can afford. First, we have to understand that you need a voice in parliament. It is very unfortunate, and he's a friend of mine. The chairman of ICT today is John Kiar in the National Parliament.
Yes.
I have a lot of conversations. Yes, KJ. Since I became MCA, because an aspect of content creation is also at the county level.
Yes.
And the aspect of content creation, which is under the creative economy, is devolved function. Yes. That's why you see the photographers is asked to ensure that we create a platform for them. And that's why Sakaja said, for that, you don't charge content creators anything to get into the CBD to take photos and so on. But I think also we need to ensure that we ring fence their earnings.
Yes.
Every time a local content creator earns 20 million, 30 million, that's a money to the economy.
Yes.
But when I was doing data analysis recently of the kind of ad spend, and just with the publicly available data, I saw north of 50 billion being spent on advertising by I did public listed companies, only public listed companies.
The big companies,
50 billion on advertising.
Yes.
Out of that 50 billion, around 27 billion is spent on digital platforms. That's Facebook, Twitter, Google AdWords. And
does it come to the creators in this country?
That is why I say this money is being spent. The percentage spent on local creators is not more than 3%.
The rest goes to the big
so
international.
I say that this money is being repatriated.
What
they do is that if you go to Safaricom today, Safaricom doesn't want to deal with the local content creators.
Like Manyora here, for example.
So what they do is that they go to an agency. This agency says we'll put our adverts on Google.
Yes.
So those Google expect the local content creators to have YouTube channels and
Facebook
and not Facebook. So if it's on Google, it's going to YouTube channels and websites because you'll put a Google code there as an AdWord code there. Yes. So when you put those codes, Safaricom AdWords will come to you. But you'll only get a fraction of it.
Something tiny
0.
like this.
0 something.
All the money remains there.
All the money. But sometimes you are the leading content creator.
But
you don't get this money.
Yes.
So I said that first, I am going to petition Parliament. If I've not become an MP yet, what I have to do is that I have to petition whatever Parliament. Because it's not about me. It's about us as content creators. Because I come from that economy. I was a blogger once. So I say that what they have to do is that listed companies plus the government must not spend less than 65% of their ad spend directly on local content creators.
Local content, the people who reach the people.
Local content creators, by the way, includes the local media stations.
Yes.
You see, those are local. But the problem is that also we have to force them because they were having the conversation of local content. They were not proper. Because if today you are a film creator or you are doing this, your podcast, and NTV is running a political show.
Yes.
What has NTV with their muscle done to ensure that they also plug in, to ensure that they also boost, your value in the economy? They ensure that they also mention that kuna mtu hapa is trying to bring in a different perspective. Is from the academia. Why do is not just speaking. In other jurisdiction, in other economy, somebody who is over 70 is a professor. Is of national value. Yes. She's given a special recognition. And
there's something else, Robert, which people have said. Why we don't have people like Safaricom, we can mention them because you are not mentioning them negatively. And these are the bigger players.
Safaricom is the leading by this. So
they don't want to advertise with us because they say we are political shows. But then, through the same channel you are saying through Google, you find they are
Even
through
YouTube,
AdSense. Yeah.
even Citizen,
Yes.
and then TV and KTN,
Yes.
they only advertise on political shows.
Yes.
Utawaona JK,
So why?
utawaona breakfast
So
shows.
why didn't on these big channels, the big players like Safaricom, why don't they advertise with people like us?
That's a conversation.
Who'll-
Every listed company, every company which is now listed is a
Yes.
public company.
Yes.
You see, for you to be listed, you are operating on a public platform, the Nairobi Securities Exchange.
Yes.
You need to spend not less than 65%
On local content
on building it, because the money spent, if you spend 27 billion on Facebook and Google,
Yes.
you are repatriating that money.
But if you bring it here, the money remains here to grow the
It goes to
economy.
the economy.
Now-
So now content creators are on
Yes.
the street demanding that Ruto provide jobs for them. The private sector,
Yes.
wacha nakwambia, how many people are employed in this country? 18 million, 18.5.
Yes.
Out of the 18.5 million people employed, only 3 million people are in formal employment. Formal.
Yes. Yeah.
Formal.
Yes. Yes.
Serikali
Yes.
na private sector.
Yes.
Out of the formal employment, serikali takes the majority.
Yes.
Because serikali alone as a government
Yes.
institution takes 1 million people.
Yeah, about 1 million. Yeah.
Wengine 2 million wamebaki private sector. Safaricom, EABL, nini. You see?
Yes.
So the opportunity for growth
Yes.
iko kwa private sector.
Yes.
Because the counties, the issue of trade
Yes.
is a devolved function. But sometimes we have forgotten to formalize the informal. So 15 million people are in the informal. 15 million people include where content creators.
Yes. Yes.
What the government must do is to ensure that they protect your earning. First, protecting your earning ni kama hiyo sheria nasema. Sheria itengenezwe kwamba content creators pia we have to spend on them directly, not through Google, a foreign company with no local presence.
Yes.
Google wanasema wako present hapa, but your presence yao can even be questioned because a lot of decisions are still being made in the Silicon Valley.
Yes.
You see, how do you have majority of the spend by there was not even on Google. Majority of the digital spend was on Facebook. Facebook has no local presence.
Yeah.
They have no local presence. So the petition I was putting across was that if any company receives more than 100 million shillings from Kenyan companies or government, they must have a local office.
A local.
The government must see the books of the spend. The spend has to be,
So it's a big push.
the big push. I'm putting in fact it's an amendment I'm pushing because I've researched on the various laws.
Will you wait to go to parliament if you will go, or you start?
I'm looking for good partners because you have to get an MP.
Who can?
The government has to be on the same wavelength as you.
And then get an MP to help you draft the big push for it.
Yes, drafters are not. Drafter you just look for.
No, in terms of not drafting, they're really drafting, but pushing it through the system.
Yes, through the system. I expect to talk to the speaker about this because I believe that is a very important conversation.
It is.
It's very important because you have more local content creators, but the money they get, na hii yenye nasema kwamba wanapata, I believe that is a conversation we have to have because that economy, and I wish that
hata watu wakiona kama Manyora nafikiri napata pesa, there's nothing I get.
Manyora is a billionaire.
I get nothing. I get.
Uko na gari zingine zile zenye rimu zao.
Hebu tuongee siasa sasa.
Siasa imefanyika nini?
Siasa sasa tu.
But then, this country, the only thing making money, and that's why nobody should tell you that you should not advertise on a political
That's how I.
The only thing making money in this country
is politics.
Ni siasa
na vitu hiyo mbaya hiyo.
Na anasa.
Yes. Sasa mimi nashindwa kampani hizi kubwa badala wakuja wafanya partnership na mimi who has access to millions of viewers.
Wanakwambia
mimi naongea siasa. Sasa tuongee siasa.
Yes.
I've followed you on Twitter. X. This X doesn't come. Twitter was a better thing.
Yes, Twitter is what we call it.
Yeah. So, and here is Robert Alai saying, Sifuna, hii rally mnaleta Kisumu. Kabla hujakanyaga Kisumu kwa rally, omba Oburu Odinga msamaha kwa kuita yeye mediocre. What do you mean? Kwani Alai wewe ni nani ukataza mtu kwenda kwa rally?
Mimi sikatazi mtu. Nimemwadvise kama ndugu yangu. Najua the fact that you are a professor here.
Yes.
Alai bwana, kabla hujafika kwa hii level unataka kuingia kwa academia. Do this thing and this, because academia doesn't like this. You'll advise me on this.
Yes.
On politics,
Yes.
I think I need to advise Sifuna that sometimes on seniority, ameingia Senate, he's a Secretary General for a very long time. He might be, he might think that is very experienced on politics more than me. But hii siasa naweza kuwa junior, but I am very experienced on it. Kuna vitu ufanyi. And this was this. There's how local politics operates.
Yes.
If you underrate the fact that you called Oburu is not Orengo, is not Junet, is not the level of Sifuna. Oburu is party leader.
Yes.
For somebody to be made party leader there, you saw even the family of Raila was fighting him. Is your position ya kuchezea? So when you take that position, you hold the destiny of many people.
Correct. It's true.
Destiny of many people. You know, like Ruto today, watu wanaanza kudharau nini, lakini uliona juzi Methu akiongea, mpaka people you thought were enemies of him. Sema Methu hapo umecross line ingine. Because there's a way, unaweza kuwa wewe ni babangu. Lakini sikupendi, we don't agree, wewe ni maskini, but I have to give you certain level of respect and honor. Kuna vitu yenye hata disagree. That's what Baba put. That's the Baba said, which the Gachaguas and the other. You know, Kalonzo is within the line. You know, you'll never see Kalonzo cross the line. But Gachagua has made it the Kenyan politics, kwamba everything goes.
Who is son of Mama? Wacha tu understand.
No, it's not helping him because for the first time, the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya has been removed without somebody saying even a ngwe in town.
Nakatolewa tu.
Akatolewa. Wana mimi ni MCA wa Kileleshwa. Hata ukitaka kunitoa kwa hii seat ndio
kelele itakuwa.
Bana watu lazima.
Lakini alisema Wakikuyu hawana hiyo makelele.
There's somebody
Wajaluo watapiga kelele lakini Wakikuyu
somebody alikuwa anaitwanga Oloch Kanindo.
Oloch Kanindo, yes.
Anasema for anything good to happen in your life, something must
break,
must shake.
Yes.
You see? For you to have a child, lazima kuwe na pain.
Yes.
You see? Hata wewe ufike kwa akademia hapa, kuna period unaenda unafika hapo umekosa pesa ya kupata gari nini hapa, lakini hata wewe ushike hiyo seat yako ukae nayo. There's something which must give.
So Buru must be respected.
You know, we just say.
So what has Sifuna done according to you, which makes it, first of all, what makes it you feel it is respectable, and number two, what makes you think he should reconsider even going to Kisumu?
You see, when Oburu is not any other political leader, first people thought that Jacom was bad. Oburu was more educated than Jacom. You remember?
Yes.
People always thought even Jacom, some of these decisions he was making.
I know us.
Jacom relied on Oburu. Seriously.
Yes.
Even the decisions to have Sifuna as SG, one person who was key in that was Oburu and Nyang'nyong.
Yes.
Those two people used to run ODM.
Yes.
You see? So when sometimes you go and call Oburu mediocre, you think you're even insulting Oburu, kumbe you're insulting Raila. Because the person who relied on Oburu more than hata saizi hatungekuwa broad-based kama si Oburu.
Yes.
Oburu ndiye alitupeleka huko.
Ninajua.
You see? Oburu took us there. Yes. So when you call him mediocre, call him any other thing. You know, challenge his decisions. Even us, we are challenging him. We are telling him, but squeeze your ushike na simu. Atuone
ako na power.
Ano hajapata power, ndio anatafuta power.
Ako na power. Anataka power.
You see?
But they are in powerhouse.
But you also understand that Oburu is not Raila.
Yes.
You know, it's character-wise, but also operational-wise. Raila had an institution around him, which you don't see in Oburu.
Yes.
You know, Oburu is very simple. I think Oburu is trying to maintain also. Because Raila, if you will not receive your phone, you either give to George or you give to Ogeta. You know, you tell them that time, I'm being bigger, I'm kata to your simu, depending on how he feels your call. But also, Jacom would use his time wisely sometimes. He had a routine, which sometimes changing Oburu to have at this age might be very complicated. Because Jacom had a routine that from 5 a.m. to around 7, amemalizana na simu.
Gym.
Anapiga, you know, he's in the gym, but he's calling
somebody. Sim, yeah.
Anapiga somebody in Nyalenda, he's calling somebody in Likoni, he wants to hear. He's trying to tick these boxes. People think that he's just calling. When the Jacom died, we thought Jacom left all these pressures of the grassroots on us. For the first time, we realized that kuna watu hapa Kibra, more than 70 of them. Jacom used to send them money direct.
Direct, yeah.
Rent, school fees. Hiyo ni pesa natuma tu.
Yes.
Sasa zile yenye ame-channel through other institutions, ile ana-channel through Spectra, ana-channel through ofisi yake Capitol Hill, ilikuwa mingi sana. You see, even we are lonely, but the popular Capitol Hill and Jaramogi Odinga Foundation and Orange House are lonely. Because this guy, remember, in his 50s and 60s, Jacom was more hands-on kushinda hata William.
Yes.
He was more hands-on kushinda hata William.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I see people call Oburu names, I try to make them cut him slack, because I understand that, you know, with the age also changing a lot of things. That is, he was older than Raila.
He was also in his prime.
Yes.
So how would Sifuna apologize? To who?
I think Sifuna needs to understand that this is political, it's a contest of ideas, but it should not get to the level where you say that he's too mediocre. I cannot even engage him.
But now Alai says, if you don't come to Kisumu.
Yes.
How will you stop it?
No, I just, you know, political, you know.
Alai,
But,
because what makes that a little dangerous is the fact that just 2 weeks or so, under 2 weeks, Senator Sozi was attacked in Kisumu.
Yeah, so I advise him.
So when you say that,
I advise him. Nikama.
When you say that, people get scared.
You know, nikama intelligence advice.
Oh, yeah, nice. Nice.
No. I'm telling you. You see. People don't, and the people people joke with this goon thing, and they think that is something that you can just condemn in the media and disappear.
The reality.
The reality of this country is that the private sector, the government, the common man, this is a goon economy.
It's a goon economy.
This is a good economy this way. The total population of this country is 52 million. Out of the 52 million people, only 18 million people are employed, formal and informal. The informal part is also unemployed.
Leaving a big chunk of Kenyans, millions of Kenyans without jobs.
Yes, 34 million people are not in any job. Out of this 34 million people, let's take 12 million people are kids and senior people who cannot be employed.
Yes.
They are unemployable.
You still have about 20 million.
So these 20 million people, wacha nikwambie, wako wapi?
Ukimpatia kazi kidogo ya kurusha mawe tayari yako.
Wacha rusha mawe. Kuua mtu is as cheap as 2,000 shillings in this country. Kuua tu mtu. Cutting life. What we have to discuss is how to absorb the people who are not in any formal or informal employment.
So that we cut down on Buddhism.
Let me ask you, how do you expect these people survive? Let me tell you, lawyers and laws, we have stayed in the opposition for close to 60 years. You see, and we have built a bond there. How do you think opposition was sustained? Because whenever our leaders, Masinde Muliro, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Martin Shikuku, all these Okondo, and our leaders who are in the opposition, when they differed with the government, their people were removed from the civil service and also got problems getting employment and tenders and business from the private sector. Yes. How do you think that we have many lawyers and lawyers in Juakali?
Yes, because
do you think that lawyers and lawyers were born with special skills to be carpenters, welders, mechanics?
They were kept out of the formal employment.
How do you think?
And engagement and business and everything.
At some point in this city, the whole city had only Kikuyu MPs, except Jacom and who? Gumo.
Yes.
Raila was MP for Langata. And Langata was
now
Kibra
and Langata.
Yes. Gumo was MP for Westlands. Yes. Westlands ilikuwa inafika wapi?
Ilikuwa kubwa.
Inafika wapi? Inaanza hapa kwako. Hapa nyuma ya Kenya Science.
Yes.
From here to huko Gachie was Westlands.
Yes.
So now the Westlands ya kitambo is now Dagoretti South, Dagoretti North, and Westlands.
It was big.
All lawyers used to come and vote in Westlands. Kila Mluya
And I end
in Westlands.
Yes.
That's how people used to protect power.
Yes.
All Luos used to vote in Lang'ata.
Yes.
Wenye mpaka anatoka Kasarani.
Yes.
Unaishi Kasarani lakini siku hiyo kwanza unafaa kuuliza.
Wewe ulikuwa unatoka hapa kuja Lang'ata.
Karibangi South.
Unakuja kupiga hapa.
Hapa. Unapiga kura
hapa Lang'ata.
Usipo protect baba utaishi hii town. Because watu wenu wenye juzi your uncle who went to repair cars along Jogoo Road will be removed from that road reserve.
If you don't have somebody to protect them.
Yes, how? And that's why tuliingia na Thorax City Hall mpaka we had Majiwa Mayor,
yes.
Joakech Mayor,
yes.
Aladwa Mayor.
Yes. Na kifua.
And even we had Kisia. I had a cousin who was even more so the rationale to appoint him as a town clerk, Ezra on watch.
Yes.
How did they become then? Zipora Wandera. These were town clerks. Yes. Because of the kind of influence these communities later started
having been pushed first of all outside.
Yes. But now the economy of this city, you cannot have a conversation about the economy of this city. Sometimes people talk but without having the laws and the lawyers inside it. And you cannot, sometimes I challenge, usually I met the Kamba community in my constituency and I asked them that you guys are so many. And you brag you're so many. Out of the 85 wards, you don't have more than 5 Kambas as MCS. Out of the 17 constituencies, you don't have more than 2 Kambas as we only have 1.
Yes.
Mbakasi South.
Yeah.
Mwadade
or whatever.
South, Mawate.
Mawate.
Mawate who is more, is lower, Kamba Luo. He's Kamba Luo. We've never had a Kamba governor. But we have had a Luo governor. Yes. We have had a Luya governor now. Yeah. Though the lawyers are questioning his lawyership. I don't know if you stop questioning. You see? So these
are close to him, you'll tell us.
No, he's a friend of mine, and I think that community now sometimes is very, for these young people, it will even be crazy. Because you'll find that mtu baba ni Guyanese, mama ni Mkikuyu, yule siji anaishi naye saa hizi ni Mrwandese. It is too cosmopolitan to even now question some of these things. But I think that we need to have that conversation and realize that the dominance, this goonship, is not something that we wish. We have stayed in opposition for 60 years. There are families in Luya and Luo land in opposition stronghold, even in Coast, which 3 generations have never been employed, formal and informal. People have survived from subsistence farming.
So if I'm getting you right, you are saying that we may talk in the air there. We may talk in media and what have you, and talk nice, and
we have an ideal Kenya.
But the truth is,
the actual truth, this is a goon economy.
They are disenfranchised young men and women.
Yes, they have no employment,
they have no job, they have no future, they have no hope.
We have more people unemployed,
and there's a pool from which you can then recruit what people are calling
anybody. Why do you have too much crime? So, and also the growth in this country has not been commensurate with the growth of the policy.
Yes.
Even in Nairobi here, Kilaleshwa, start from Malmlaka Chapel to Kangemi Bridge.
Yes.
A population of close to 200, 300,000.
Yes.
Is being protected by 50 officers.
It's not
the burglaries, the traffic crimes. They only one vehicle in Kilimani division is used by OCPD. Kileleshwa police station haina gari.
So are you saying, Robert? Are you saying that people like Suna are not that safe and they should cultivate an environment that doesn't attract goonism?
No, I'm not saying that. I think that the level of Sifuna and the conversation he's having are not at par. Conversation he's having, I don't know, is out of convenience or just he needs to have a deeper conversation. And I believe that Sifuna, if he had the deeper conversation, he would the crowd he has now today ni kama ile kujenga nyumba kwa mchanga. That crowd is very versatile. It can go anywhere. It doesn't have, because when you have these deep conversations with people realize that there's something deeper in you and your troops. That's why Raila, for him to stay, how many times did Raila consult you?
Many times.
And you are not alone.
Yes.
You can go to UN today and count 20, 30 professors.
I know.
You would call and say that, hey, what? He just sometimes just call you for tea. You don't know he's doing mind mining.
Yes.
But he has called you for tea.
Yeah.
Anaenda kwa industrialist. You would be in a different path with the private sector. But you would call James Mwangi, sit down with the CEO of Safaricom, sit down with the CEO of EABL, tell them that, for you to grow this economy of, whatever you're doing, you need to start from there. Sometimes you guys are struggling at KEPSA. And that's why KEPSA also was very, was very pro him. Because he had deeper conversations about some of these things we are having. I wish that Sifuna and his team would have deeper conversations.
Do you therefore think Sifuna, to put it very mild, is not ripe for serious leadership? I mean, let's be very direct.
Not serious.
Supposing Sifuna were to offer himself or he was pushed to run for president, what would be your view? What would be your take? Not that you would support him, not in terms of what you are saying, in terms of depth. Would he?
I think there's still time. What Sifuna needs to understand, I want him, because the biggest worry I have about the political leadership in this country is that serious political leaders are becoming rare and rare.
Yes.
And by serious, I mean the people who know Kenya for Kenya. Some people think that Kenya ni Kajiado, Kiambu, Nairobi. If you travel on a chopper, flying this city, you get the true perspective. When you travel on a fixed wing plate, on a fixed route, sometimes you don't get that view. But if you travel on a chopper from Turkana to Nairobi, you get people who are marooned.
Yes.
Watu wamejazana hapa around Nairobi. The whole country. Ukitoka ushapita Nyandarua, there is nobody. Baringo. People are scattered all over.
Yes.
There are places like Wajir, Isiolo, Mandera, Garissa, where between 400, 500 kilometers,
you see nothing.
You see nothing.
Nobody.
No town, no homestead, no nothing.
Yes.
Kila mtu ako hapa around Nairobi. And people think this is now Kenya.
Yeah.
There was a time we went with Baba for the BBI campaign to Turkana, tukaenda. When we realized this country is big, you go to Turkana, you sleep in Lodwar.
Yes.
Tomorrow unaamka unaenda Kakuma for campaign.
Yes.
Then you go to Katilu.
Yeah.
Between Katilu to Lodwar, close to more than 200 kilometers.
Yes.
Unachapa. Uko county moja. More than 200 kilometers umefika Kisumu.
Yes.
But ile uko county moja.
Yeah.
You see, you are still in one county. And we need to realize that these people need to have deeper conversations. When William Ruto is talking about SGR, I wish Sifuna would go something like this. I give him ideas. You go say that, good that fanya. Ni haki yetu ndio. Because now you don't agree. Unamchatia challenge. Ni haki yetu. Lakini kwa nini hii kitu haikufika huko Kuria? Hata hiyo, kwa nini tusipeleke ifike Turkana, cross over to Southern Sudan?
Yes.
Elevate the conversation. Why don't you take it to Mandera? You are now expanding the conversation.
But you see, they know.
Wanaenda, wanasema kwamba it is not a priority, don't build it.
Yes.
Then they don't tell you what you are supposed. Baba would tell you. And that's why, when Baba was now 2 months, 3 months for him to, before 2, 3 months to die, the president, I think you understood, he opened up the whole cabinet, the whole government system for him. He said that if you get, as a PS and as a minister, you get a call from Raila Odinga on what needs to be done.
Yes.
Take it as if you have gotten it from the president.
Yes.
That's an instruction from the president. And even when now Sifuna say that the government, Raila would have left William Ruto, Raila was more two-term
Than them.
than
anybody.
Raila, for the first time, 2 months anakufa, even for him to go for treatment.
Yes.
It's because now he became safe and he realized that the country today, Raila would have not gone for treatment if he didn't know that this country was in a safe hand. He would have not gone for treatment because Raila knew.
Yes.
You see, as somebody who had a lot of information, Raila knew that if he went for treatment, survival was 50-50. He knew, because it was not a minor treatment, it was major. But he knew that if I go for this treatment, survival was 50-50. But for the first time, Raila was very confident that this country, he might not be perfect, but I underrated this guy. And he was very relaxed to even get into the broad-based arrangement. Even the conversation of bringing...
People have said Raila was going to run in 2027.
No.
But of course, he didn't tell you.
There's an economy. He didn't tell me. But I'm telling you, as somebody you guys call niece, as somebody that there's a political... Me, when Raila was going to lose the 2022 election, I called like 3-4 months. I told our leaders here, MCAs and MP, kwamba hii kitu hatushindi. And hatushindi because of ABCD. We justify how we are winning it.
I heard you.
And some people call me a rebel. When Gachagua, this Gachagua now, who is talking badly, called a meeting in Karen when he was deputy president. I went. I'm the only person from Azimio who went.
Yes.
I'm the only person from Azimio. He ordered all MPs and MCAs not to go. I said, no. How can I not go and listen to Gachagua while he wants to remove the people from along the rivers?
So you went?
I went and said that, kabla hujatoa maskini wangu, mimi kwangu, I don't want to talk to anybody about anybody's word. But kwangu, anza na wadosi. Because I know 3, 4, 5 homes, very influential people, which discharges sewer directly to the rivers because they built on riparian land.
So tuanze na hawa wakubwa.
Tuanze na hawa wakubwa. Tutaka na moja hawa wakubwa ni rafiki ya mdosi mwenye anasimamia hii Nairobi River Regeneration. Anaitwa Kanal Adari, na huyu mwenye anasimamia anaitwa Brigadier Murashia. Brigadier Murashia na Kanal Adari serves in the engineering brigade. I want them aanze na rafiki yake. Unajua, so you elevate the conversation because you're not talking. I'm talking with data I have, and I can tell you which home and which home. Come on. That's why the president elevated the conversation further and said that hata Robert umesema kitu nzuri. Tuanze na State House.
Hiyo sio ukora.
Sema ukuta iende chini. Because State House.
Hiyo ukora, hiyo ukuta nimeona inakula nini ya mtu.
No. See.
What is it eating?
When you build ukuta ya State House, you just don't build ukuta. It blocks the water pathway. The challenge also in the Nairobi River Regeneration, now we are digressing also kidogo. People need to understand that the reason why we have the challenge of the riparian land being encroached on is because of the planners, the greed, the corruption. Planners in Nairobi decided to downgrade a lot of rivers, tributaries in this city, including the main rivers, to streams.
So that they can allow people to build close.
Yes. So now unasema kati kuko kilicho kubwa, kumbe kwa Nairobi planning map huko, inaonyesha kwamba that's just a stream. That stream ikijaa time ya rain, inafika, because waliona State House ina request kwamba wajenge ukuta, wanataka approval. How do you tell the State House kwamba wafai kujenga wakati tukifanya hivyo wanataka kushika governor wetu ama wanataka kushika mayor? Let's say this is a stream and allow them.
So it is good for it to go down.
The nature can exist with development. Bana, Dubai has reclaimed the sea.
I know.
Nature can exist with development. That stream there, that river there, can exist with the State House security wall.
Yes.
Tukifikiria Kenya, somebody told Kenyans that for you to have security, you must have a concrete wall.
No.
Bana, kuna security smart. Hata siku hizi ukitaka kuweka ng'ombe yako, nimeona Finnish company, a Finnish company which has developed a collar and they've been using it for the last 7 years. Yes. A collar unaweka kwa ng'ombe. So ng'ombe ikijaribu kwenda kwa ile unaweka geo fence, which is virtual. Ng'ombe kijaribu kufika kwa ile ukingo, because inatumia GPS coordinates, ile collar inamwambia rudi nyuma. You see? We have such technology. We have ukienda South Africa hata hapa, they rely on security. It's one of the most insecure. It used to be the murder capital at some point. But the crime there is more technological. Combating crime is more technological.
More of technology.
Hapa bado tuko na physical guards. In South Africa, ukienda Sandton and everywhere, you see everybody's trying to do remote control gates. People are doing security. The development in this city can grow.
Talking of your city, what is your rating of Sakaja?
Sakaja out of
Just rate him 0 to 10.
0 to 10.
Yes.
Probably 3 or 4.
3 or 4. That's a fail. Why do you fail your governor and you're an MCA?
The reason why I failed.
And why haven't you removed him from power?
You know, he was. I mean, I didn't vote for him.
Yes.
First, I had a candidate called Rigathi.
Yes.
First, Kenyans rejected him because he was too corporate.
Yes.
The second thing is, I think the voting dynamics, it was a rebellion, probably because people thought that the candidate of the government
Yes.
should not pass through. They were trying to punish somebody.
Yes.
And also, Sakaja had dimples.
And also some people were
Women were
annoyed that team was not.
Women thought that they elect one governor, boyfriends would be flowing like manna from heaven. No, but why do you elect? Let me ask you, Professor.
Yes.
Wewe ni mfanyabiashara hapa town.
Yes.
Ama wewe ni mfanyikazi hapa town.
Yes.
You are a resident of this city.
Kabisa.
How do you get to vote somebody because he has dimples?
Nobody voted for dimples, but
No.
You are now.
No, but that's what.
How many people have dimples?
You're talking to somebody who was on the campaign trail.
Yes.
I asked people mpaka leo, kwa nini tuliwacha Rigathi? Because for you to run Nairobi,
yes, yes,
you need to have corporate experience.
So if Sakaja is not doing well, why haven't you impeached him?
I don't think that. You know, we have.
I know you tried once and Baba stepped in, but since
we have not tried once. We have tried 5 times.
5 times, and 5 times you have been defeated.
Yes, 5 times, because Nairobi is not easy.
Are you trying again?
First. No. Now you cannot impeach a guy. I think it's now going to get to 1.5 years to election.
No, it's about 14 months now.
Yeah, so 14 months. So it will not even be rational. Worth it that you remove.
So let him finish.
Let him finish.
Na akimaliza akienda.
And also, for us, the leaders in this city, at some point we came to the realization when the president was advising us that you guys, 2023, you guys had Sufuria Mandamano. And it was not once, it was many times. 2024, we had this revolution of young people. And it was not once, it was many times.
Yes.
2025, you had another anniversaries, a lot of things, conversations which were brought in, and people, this city has never had peace. Can I just help you? Can I just give you the 80 billion, support you on this project? Like now the road.
What do you think about that corporation? As an MCA and as an intelligent
since 1963,
yes,
it has never been made. For the first time, to bulldozer.
So this 80 is going to work?
It's working. Today I'm launching a road.
Are you supporting the corporation?
Only.
But people are saying Mudavadi is a co-governor.
Who?
No.
Ruto has made in fact, if anybody is blaming Mudavadi, then
they are not blaming Mudavadi. They are saying he's just a co-governor put there by Ruto.
No, but you know, when you even mentioned his name there, I think issues, yes, the commotions and the confusion in Nairobi,
yes,
Mudavadi is one of the people farthest from it. It might be the relationship we might have with the current governor is that the current governor alikuwa anatumia premises yake ya Riverside, and so on, ni Mluya mwenzake.
Yes.
Lakini on governance in Nairobi.
So this cooperation, you're okay with it?
I'm okay with it.
And it's already working?
I think that it's for the governor. It's also a time for reflection.
Does it make him stand a chance of re-election?
I think what people don't understand is that we elected Mr. Dimples, but his weakness might be his strength.
He could win.
He could win because you know what Sakaja has done.
No, but who are you supporting?
Me, I have not supported anybody yet.
Are you supporting Sakaja?
I'm not supporting Sakaja yet because no candidate that have jitokeza.
Babu win as a Luo like you.
No, why should I support a Luo? I don't go with people because they are Luos.
But are you supporting Babu?
Babu? No, I don't. That is the person which I think now he needs to a class on maturity. I end NYS kwanza.
And
NYS. He understands the discipline of leadership. You know, NYS, when we mention, people think it's a joke. People need to be patriotic to this country.
Is Babu Wino not patriotic?
He's not patriotic.
How?
As a legislator, apart from
but he's voted the best MP.
Voted by who?
It has repeated.
These pollings you can influence. You know, when I come here at Manyora and I hear the university's students here, nikaweka polling farm, hebu uliza students why they don't like me. Na kapata kwamba Waluya wanipendi kwa sababu mimi siimbangi Gine Mulembe. Si naenda tu kwa Waluya nataka kupiga gitaa. Have I built classrooms?
Yes.
Have I built classrooms? And because it still has one of the worst.
By the way, you are a politician in Nairobi. You will be telling us what's your next move. You look too big for an MCA.
Why do you say I'm big?
Let's agree.
Unapima
hii kitu si yako.
Unapima na uweusi.
Hii kitu wachia msichana anaitwa Vicky. You are too big to be an MCA.
Why?
You have hata wakati ulisimama,
watu walisema kwamba
hata wakati ulisimama mimi nilisema hapana.
So you see,
so I was saying this. What is your thinking? Because people are saying in 2022, Uhuru, who is a Kikuyu, was supporting Raila Odinga. And he prevailed upon Raila Odinga. And it made sense that, well, we cannot support you for president, and then you still go for governor. Because then Tim Wanyonyi of ODM was simply going to get it. Many people think so. The same thing is playing out now. They are saying, as it looks most likely, that Rigathi Gachagua on behalf of Mount Kenya is going to support other people to be president. Kalonzo, Matiang'i, Sifuna, whatever it is. And therefore, the Kikuyus or Mount Kenya people should take the Nairobi governor position. What is your take on that?
I don't think that it should be that simple trade-off.
Yes.
I don't think that it should be that simple trade-off. Nairobi governorship is very important for the country.
Yes.
But it cannot be out of ethnic arithmetic or ethnic trade-off. Because the challenge is that now we do it to tick ethnic boxes. We forget the needs of Nairobi. And even Nairobi to have meaningful development.
Yes.
You know, the city, the capital city, which controls the 60% of the country's GDP.
Yes.
I don't think that it's fair for Nairobians and also the whole country, because the rhythm of development in other parts of the country is set by Nairobi.
Yes.
If you have lax development in Nairobi, then the others don't get inspired. The moment you go and do a lot of roads and improve the infrastructure, police stations, improve on the use of technology in this city, you have more smart roads, the integrated transport systems in the city, and even build on the sewer, Kiambu would get inspired. Kajiado would get inspired. The Nairobi metropolis, which are also Machakos, would get inspired. The Naroks would get inspired.
Kajiado,
Nakuru would get inspired. Because now they are getting a lot of demand. Nairobi waliweka hizi smart street lights, all the solar powered ones. Why don't you guys
also do so in your small towns?
But because I also believe that the city counties must have a different conversation with the national leaders, for us to have meaningful development. Otherwise, because today we are in this city, every development does not have human interest in the middle of it. We are doing a road, we are thinking of a vehicle. We are doing a building. Mtu anaanza kuuliza kwanza, wapi parking? You find buildings here built, there's a guy who was on Demi Road. Demi Road is just across the road.
Yes.
They are built on, I don't know how many acres, I think 2-3 acres, 18 floors of 7 blocks.
Yes.
It is beacon to beacon.
Beacon to beacon, no space left.
Yes,
which is against building.
Yes, it should be 1/3 of that structure.
Physical space must be left.
Green must be green. But now, wewe mwenyewe unaenda kununua hapo. Now they sell you a house for 40 million. That house unakaa kama jela. Uko tu kwa apartment. Hakuna playground. Ati kuna room moja hapo kidogo chini.
Ya kudanganya watu.
Na
common room.
Somebody told Kenyans that every compound must have a swimming pool, which doesn't have a minder. You see? Now, this house, for you are growing. The way you have grown, hebu nikwambie kwamba mtu akwambie kwamba sasa wewe rudi ushago, uretire, uanze kufikiria kifo. You don't have 50 years to live in this world. Why is somebody thinking of taking you to shags? You have grown in this city.
Be here.
You don't have the money, the capability, and you don't also have the loneliness of staying in our own compound. Because everybody in your family is grown.
Yes.
Unaishi peke yako. You apartment, unajua kwamba hospitali unaendanga for medical check-up, regular check-up ni pale. Zile vitu unatumia muhimu inatoka kwa ile supermarket. The person you call rider, you know, you can dial this number and get your people. If people fly from America and so on, it is for your convenience.
Yes.
You stay in Nairobi. But mtu amekuconfine to apartment. If you leave that apartment, that whole ward haina green space. Hakuna park. Unaweza kusema kwamba me today, I don't want to sit in any, I don't want to go to any restaurant.
So is your view that when we are considering the next governor, we should go beyond this narrow consideration?
Is my ethnic arithmetic. We are strangling the...
But should we also not perhaps consider the performance of a past governor before we...
We should consider, and you know we have not had one governor. How many governors have we had?
We had 3 so far.
No, 5.
Oh, yeah, Kananu, yeah.
Hata Mujira was a governor for some time, the speaker. The speaker of the county assembly of Nairobi was a governor. So we've had Sakaja, Sonko,
Kidero.
But also we have Kananu. And we also had...
Who was the best, if you had to rate them?
Kidero was best.
Kidero was
every market you see.
I hear he wants to come back. What's your view?
The problem is that in Kenyan politics, when you exit, coming back is very steep.
But he would make a good governor.
He can make a good governor, but I don't know if he will come back.
Yes.
Because ukishafika age ya Kidero,
mnaanza kututisha wazee.
No.
Hamtutaki Kenya hii.
No. Even if you're a billionaire, any money you give out for politics, because Kenyan politics you have to spend.
Yes.
Ni big money. Sasa unaenda uweke pale, mtu akwambia kwamba unajua sasa lazima uweke kitu kama 300 million, 500 million. Na kuna biashara, na analipa, anasema kwamba however rich you are, we just see it's a waste.
Kutupa 500 million.
You know, anasema tu, because this is money. Baba used to tell us that if you want to know that you are a politician, the test, mental test you have, chukua jiko ya makaa, washa hapo, chukua noti bundle ya 100,000, choma hizo noti moja moja, mpaka umalize. Usipochukia uchungu kwa roho yako, wewe ni mwanasiasa. Enda.
Because
ukifika 5 pesa tu. Ukifika 5, siasa ni kuchoma.
Ukifika 5 unaanza kushtuka.
Yes, unafika una spend 50 million. Hakuna nyumba ulijenga, hakuna baiskeli ulinunua. Wale ulikuwa unawapatia pesa are standing on the street wanakutukana. Wewe tulikwambia kwamba
you're saying Ruto is going to spend a lot of money, and I'm not asking you about that.
Yes. He's going
finally. Just finally. You are a declared broad-based person,
champion.
Yes. You are also a declared two-termist.
Two-term yangu na two-term ya
Ruto. You are non-apologetic about supporting Ruto.
Sana.
You support him.
I support Ruto.
Now, how is Ruto? I want you to explain to us how he's going to navigate around some of the challenges. A badly performing economy,
compared to which one?
About many of the things we are seeing, what people seem to be saying, how it's going to ride against the wave of one term across the country, must go. Dealing with the issue of Mount Kenya having departed, all the things people are saying that amount to hurdles. What, in your view, do you think is Ruto's strongest point as he seeks a second term?
I think
that actually makes you support him, because you cannot support somebody if you know he's losing.
I cannot support somebody if I know he's losing, but I can also die with him if I know he's the best option we've had. And for a very long time,
what is the case now? Are you supporting Ruto although he's losing, or you are supporting because he's winning?
Ngoja kwanza, wacha shortcut kwa maisha. Sasa, see, even Baba, we died with him.
I know, yes.
Not because
you and I.
Not because he was winning.
Yes.
I always tell politicians that we need to give Baba much respect and mad respect, because for you to lose elections 5 times
and still stand.
Not
stand for election,
but still
stand like a man.
Yes, and 2022, I think for Baba was the lowest.
Yes, it was bad.
Because he not only lost, but people demeaned him.
Yes.
because he was falling down. COVID was there, but he had a swollen face, which was, Kenyans like to, and Africans, is an African character to mock the people who have just lost. And that day I called him, when he was addressing the media, and we had not talked for a very long time. I told him, Baba, in Kenya, leadership, after losing, is very lonely. And I think I just want to sit with you and just talk non-stop about nothing. Just sit and drink water and Janyando, that's very interesting. I think that's a very good idea.
But he's a strong man.
It's very lonely.
I was around him after
know,
losing.
you know,
People were
but
unable
people-
to eat, but the man was eating.
Yeah, but people need to understand.
Raila was a strong man.
Yeah, but we need to understand that Raila, that's why I say that we are losing good leaders. Raila and Ruto
Yes.
know this country as Kenya.
Yes.
Some people know this country as Kisumu. Some people know it as Kiambu. Some people think it's Karatina or Nyeri. Some people think it's just Mombasa or a religion. Some people think it's just a Muslim which is supposed to be conquering a country.
Yes.
People have different ideas of what Kenya is. If I'm the leader of a country called Kenya, I must know that I lead Kenya. And there's a section of Kenya which is white. There's a section of Kenya which is Indian. Section of Kenya which is Mexican. Because Kenya is very cosmopolitan. If you research on the African cities,
Yes.
we think that you'll find that Nairobi is the most cosmopolitan city we've ever had. And people need to understand that Ruto got this country at a very low point. And the point he got him from, and the president he got it from, did a lot of bad things, including even killing his supporters. Even people who came here to support his, we were on that formation. And we didn't understand the depth of this involvement. But we need to understand that the way people have treated the country called Kenya, some, especially when they form around communities, have seen that what they think is Kenya is mteja wao. So some people need the government. They want the government and the leadership of the country, not because they want to serve the country, because they know that the only client they need for their business is Kenya. So that is what Gachagua and his ilk has seen the need to have. That they need Kenya because their insurance business, their banking business, their whatever business they are in, even their matatus need to have unfettered access to the CBD and the high traffic areas and so on. It is not because they want to build a road. It's not because they want to build the active economy, And I think that's where Ruto beats them. Because when you walk with William Samoei Ruto, nobody didn't like Ruto like us. There's nothing we didn't call him. There's no name we didn't use on him. There's nothing. But we found that this person got into politics in 1997, and his mission was one, was to be president of this country and change it. Every scandal.
Is he changing it now?
I think he has changed it for the better. People will celebrate Ruto long after he has left. And I think that even him, he has resigned to that thing, that I will not be liked, because the kind of resources invested on ensuring that I don't get into the good side of Kenyans is more than the resources I've ever spent to build this country.
There are people spending resources to ensure Ruto remains.
The name Ruto. Ukiona tu hivi unafaa kuona mtu anakunywa damu. The way at some point Baba was caricatured.
So you are saying people have
spent
resources, huge resources, to spoil Ruto's name.
To spoil Ruto's name. But he's building more schools. Nairobi alone, in 2 years, somebody has built 300, 400 classrooms.
Ruto.
Directly, hii hujaweka CDF. Ukichanganya na CDF, we are hitting close to 1,000. There are schools, if you go to Langata today, Jalango will tell you, we have built this school from nothing. Huyu dada yetu Beatrice Elachi, you go to Kilimani Primary School,
kuna kitu imejengwa kwako?
Kwangu. Yes. Hata saizi tunafanya a lot of things. Even labs, we are getting into a period of CBC. Hata sisi ndio tumebadilisha kwamba isikuwe C, ikuwe E. CBE.
Yeah.
But if you go to Kawangware Primary, it was neglected. They built a whole classroom blocks. Billy.
Are you saying there will be things for Ruto to parade come 2027?
A lot of things. That Gikomba, you see that reform, but football pitch inafanya nini Gikomba? That pitch, that playground is finished. It is existing. In a place ulikuwa naendanga maandamano na tukwende kwa tupende kama Ruto must go. It is non-existent. It is now a sports complex. Which you go there, you find usiku saa sita usiku, you can play football there.
Will these things, if Ruto achieves to build, will they help him?
These things, Kenyans can decide.
For example, what will be the impact of the SGR extension all the way to my place?
SGR,
will it bring votes?
SGR extension to Western Kenya, the road corridor, the busiest road. Mimi have traveled in this country.
Yes.
Sometimes I live here to go to Nanyuki.
Yes.
Una travel mpaka Nanyuki, a distance yenye unaona it is almost ni kama unaenda Kisumu, but you don't see any traffic. You spend less time
because it's new.
Hakuna trailer, there's no traffic. Mbona unasema watu wanafika, unapishana, unasukumana na magari hapo ukifika Thika Kenol.
Hakuna gari
sana, travel alone.
Dual carriageway.
Nani wako na dual carriageway?
Yes.
Bwana una travel Kisumu. Acha hata Kisumu saizi kufika. Ufike tu Nakuru hapa.
Yes.
It's like ulikuwa kwa boxing ring. Unafinya hivi.
My vehicle got stuck between Busia. I was going to Busia between Luanda.
Yes.
For those who don't know, let's just say between Kisumu and Busia.
Yes.
There was a huge crater in the middle of the road which I hadn't seen. So I hit.
Yes.
A 4-wheel drive vehicle, but it still hit.
Yes.
Tumbo ikashika barabara.
Karibu usikie ukufu.
I was so annoyed. I went out of the road, pulled by the roadside, and I tweeted. I said, this road is going to Uganda, our biggest trading partner.
Yes.
And this is what it looks like. What kind of people are you?
What are you
know within a day the tweet had 500,000 people who had viewed.
Yes.
Because this, I couldn't believe it.
People, let me tell you, when the colonialists left this country,
yes,
this country was better off than when Kibaki, Uhuru, na Kenyatta left it. I think I think the kind of resources which was invested, there was no technology, there was no internet and so on. So it could not go viral. But Moi was called a lot of names. If you go to records today,
yes,
Moi was an angel.
He did so much for the
country.
Yeah.
For the country,
yes,
infrastructure.
Yes.
Moi was an angel. Moi was an angel.
I think sometimes these people are led by things are led by tribalism.
But it's also how they after colonialists, how we designed our governance. Ni kwamba there are some people who think that the government they need is for making money, for their businesses, for their communities. Even the communities have not thrived so much because the money has benefited individuals in those governments. They're also the kind of investment William Ruto has put in building the road from Rironi to Mau Summit to Malaba, I think will change this country. The kind of putting SGR and so on, building these roads, affordable housing, infrastructure, these dams, this stadia, for the first time he's expanding stadia in Kisumu, Homa Bay. Who can do all these things? Kitui, Ukienda, we built it with tunachapa 3 months, 6 months tumaliza stadia. Some people wanachapa basi Gikomba.
Do you see this?
Gikomba,
yes,
40% of Gikomba is finished. Upatie another 6 months. Hiyo Gikomba yote tutaangusha na tujenge. Bwana, this guy, people might hate you.
Yeah,
but when they come later,
yes,
you will.
I've asked some of these people in the opposition, some of them are my friends, that you said William Ruto ni mwongo. All these things he's promising will not be done. Now that he has started doing them, what will happen when he finally parades this thing? He has told us, for example, the Limuru-Rironi road to Mau Summit will be ready next year before the elections. And the Thika to Nairobi, that's Korofa ya Barabara, SGR will have gone. So what do you think will happen? I've asked this politician, what will happen if he delivers on these things? Will it impact on your elections. I'm now asking you, do you see this as a shaming the opposition?
I don't think that William Ruto is doing it to shame anybody.
Yes.
I don't think that he is also, there's a conversation which he has reminded us who support him that this thing is not easy.
Yes.
First, I'm going to lose a lot of credibility with people who are determined to ensure that I don't get development. But also my name is going to be smashed. There's a time I was worried that he was going to be removed from power. He said that, boss, even if I'm removed from power today, I have become president. And I'm being president of this country to change this country. It is not PR. And if people don't understand it, before he became president, William Ruto was in every scandal. I can tell you for a fact that you can even try to link William Ruto with oil, whatever today, you will not find his name. Even there are people who cannot access titles today who are his business associates, Kitambo, because he told them, please buy me off. I don't want to get involved in this thing. I'm the president today. There are people who went and tried to take to him money in State House. And he said, no, labor tax. The William Ruto before presidency and today.
Yes.
Yani mtateseka sana kujaribu kumlink na sababu.
Let me ask you finally, as we thank you for coming. On a scale of 0 to 10, how do you rate Ruto in terms of being able to be re-elected?
To be re-elected?
From 0 to 10.
To 0 to 10.
What are his chances of being re-elected?
8.
8.
Yeah, because I've checked on the dynamics today.
Yes.
The Raila strongholds.
Yes.
Everybody wants to be a broker for the votes. My governor and my sister Gladys Wanga want to control. Nataka huyu asimame hapo. They are even creating to create their own dynasties.
Yes.
Kila mtu anataka kuwa broker hapa.
Yes.
But I can tell you for a fact.
How will that help
William? Tell you for a fact that William Ruto is directly in the minds of those people. The Raila strongholds.
The people.
The people.
So where does that does that leave the Luo leaders like Gladys Wanga?
No, it's not Luo leaders. Those are not Luo leaders.
I'm talking about Luo leaders. We should talk about other leaders.
Those are leaders in ODM.
Yeah.
You know, Baba built his profile for so many years. Somebody wants to be Baba today,
yes,
without going to prison for 9 years.
Yes.
There are people who the strongholds, the strongholds of Baba. Yeah. He doesn't pay a cent. Some people just like Baba because he went to prison. Some people just like Baba because he fought for the constitution.
So are you saying, let me get you right, Robert. Are you saying Gladys Wanga and people like her, whatever, including Kina Oparanya and the rest, and Baraza in Kakamega and Vihiga, where I come from, are you saying that they are trying to become little kings and kinglets and queens and queenlets?
Everybody in ODM leadership today, that neck.
And that you are also saying that would not bother Ruto so much because Ruto is already having a rapport with the ground.
Yes.
So where does that?
Let me tell you.
Let
me give you an example. Let me give you where they missed the point. When Ruto went to Madaraka Day in Homa Bay.
Yes.
Have you ever seen anywhere hata siku ile baba alikuwa anataka kwenda kujiapisha Uhuru Park yenye watu walilala kwa park? No. For the first time.
Watu walilala huko.
Watu walilala. That crowd was Ruto's crowd. The crowd of Baba and ODM came the next day.
Yes.
Na waliingia kwa stadium baada ya military parade. Hiyo crowd ya ODM na Baba waliingia na Wanga. Ile crowd iliingia usiku was Ruto. This Ruto's crowd is seeing something different.
So there was in ODM first between the Oburu and the Sifuna, and then within the Oburu group also small fights.
Kila mtu anataka kukula hapa. Nobody wants to build the country for better. I wish that they would go deeper and demand something better for the country. Because if they demand country for better, they would call Manyora na watu wake na ambie Manyora, I want to change this thing. There's something, when you're a president, when you want to change leadership in this country, when tomorrow I want to vie for even the governorship of this country, yes, I'll call the academia. Yeah. What are we supposed to do? I'll call the industrialist. What are we supposed to do? I'll call the Juakali sector. Me in this city, because I know that at some point I will want to be a governor of this city. Yes. I have taken time to enumerate, and I know every carpenter, every welder, every mechanic in this city. For the last 3 months, I've taken that statistics. Kambia president lazima kubadilisha watu. You have to change the life of these people. You cannot have
And
people.
is he doing it?
No, he's saying he's going to ensure that at least they get into the formal environment where they can be recognized. They can access insurance, they can access banking services, they can access SMEs, they can access loans. How do you have people, 5,000 mechanics around Baricha Road, with no access to government services? How do you have 60,000 mechanics in the whole city with no access to government services? How? At pale Baricha Road, at a county I collect 50 bob.
Why?
Because they don't know how to provide services. Because saa zero umeanza kuokolea watakuuliza kwamba unasafagia hapa. Utatuletea medical services. You'll do sanitation.
Enda nyumbani.
Enda.
Before we get to Governor Robert Alai, we must, like you say, go through fire, go through processes. And we have already established.
Yes.
And this is not for debate, that you are too big for MCA.
Yes.
And that this one we are living for a lady called Vicky.
Who is this lady? Hii siti ya kupeana watu wacha.
The lady we wanted to get. This is the lady we wanted to get this ticket.
Yes.
But you overpowered Jacoma and you got it. Now, before you get to governor, you must go through some process. Tell us, where are you headed? Which constituency are you running for? If you are to run.
No, if I'm to run,
yes.
In fact, let's have that agreement.
Kileleshwa is in the Great North.
Is the Great North. If I was to run today,
yes,
I would come and make the announcement today.
You did?
I would come and make an announcement here on this platform on Manyora.
Yes.
We'll get the exclusive.
Yes.
Because I know the kind of conversation I can have with you and the others will not understand it deeply. So let's have that agreement. But the reason why I cannot tell you that I'm certain that I can go anywhere else,
yes,
is that huyu msichana mlinipatia anaitwa Kileleshwa,
yes,
lazima apate mimba. I cannot now start admiring women walking by the roadside. Na huyu msichana hajapata mimba.
Yes.
So wacha nipatie huyu msichana mimba.
Na kama umechelewa.
Bana 9 months. Haikujangi mtoto haikuji na 1 month.
But you see, you have told us about Ruto.
Yes.
You are saying the 3.5 years or so he has delivered. Why haven't you delivered?
No, you know Ruto. You know, we kwangu, hii CTMC a legislator, you depend on a lot of people. I depend on Ruto and I depend on governor. Huko kwa governor, you know, we went as ODM, we wanted 6 seats. In the Great North, we only got 2.
But are you going to deliver before the next election?
I'm going to deliver.
Do you have time?
In fact, this conversation, we should have it by July.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Robert Alai, for content creators, you have heard your godfather in that line. For those in politics, this is the lie you've been reading on Twitter, on X. And you have a website called what? Is the elephant or what?
I left everything. Like
you
Ruto, like Ruto, I'm now government employee.
You are now just doing work for the people of
I'm a legislator now, yeah.
And as you support Ruto and as you campaign for him.
Yes.
Good luck.
Asante sana.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you very much for
Asante sana.
Asante sana.
Thank you.